Hello, hello. You are experiencing the Kathryn Dunn Show. With us today, we have Greg Gorman, Matt Capazzi, Bull is with us. I'm Kathryn Dunn. Grey Guy's in the house. So is Tucker. How is everyone?
Great. How are you?
I'm good.
Very well, thank you. Thank you for asking. Anything unique or interesting happened this week to you guys?
Not really.
All right.
No.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no. Gotta make something up next time.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to warn you that I'll be asking you that next time.
Oh, jeez.
So you can come with something prepared.
Way to put us on the spot.
I know, I'm a monster.
Hmm.
My birthday's coming up on Tuesday.
What? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yay.
That wasn't last week, so it doesn't answer the question.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna go out to dinner to a place that has brownie sundaes for dessert. So that's the plan.
That
Nice.
sounds good.
Yeah.
I remember a brownie sundae from Fridays and it was good.
Mm. Shout out brownie sundaes.
Yeah, brownie sundaes are pretty amazing.
Don't put any bananas in it.
Oh, bananas. Come on, Greg, live a little.
No.
What about the baby banana?
No.
You don't want a baby banana?
Nope.
You're a freak.
Keep it away from me.
You're so scared of fruits.
Yep.
All right, now it's time for...
Do fruits have microplastics?
Yeah, Greg, what's your fear of fruit? Why are you fruit phobic?
I just don't like the way they taste. And most of the
Fruitophobia.
taste and the texture. Blah. No.
Wow. Oh
You're-
wait, all fruits?
Most of them.
Wow.
You want to know what's on his hit list?
Yeah, tell us. Tell me. What do you know?
Yeah. How do you know, Kathryn, so much about Greg Gorman? Tell us. Mm-hmm.
I know
Come
that
on.
he hates strawberries,
Mm-hmm.
but
What
he
else?
loves raspberries.
Raspberries are good.
Hmm.
Blueberries are okay.
What else do you know about him?
Just that.
Pray tell.
my fruit dislike.
Yeah. And
Well,
apparently
that's
bananas
unfortunate.
are on his shit
That's the-
list.
That's weird. Okay.
Yeah,
Nope,
it's real
perfectly
weird.
Normal. Perfectly normal.
Totally weird.
So what's your in terms of food genre, what's your safe area where you vaguely like everything?
Mexican cuisine, I say, is pretty
Hmm.
good. Hard to
Okay.
go wrong there.
Is it just because vegetables are raw or fruits are raw? Is that the thing?
There's something about the texture of most of the texture and flavor of most fruits. Just no
Yeah.
for me.
There's not even much difference between a strawberry and a raspberry. You make no
No.
sense.
No, strawberries taste terrible. Raspberries taste good.
You're a bitter
I
bitch.
have to disagree. I'm pro strawberry.
I'm pro strawberry.
Fine, go eat them and keep them away from me.
Don't
What
worry.
about grape? Red or white grapes?
They're fine.
Oh,
go out of my way to eat them.
oh,
But like if
a little
they're
inconsistency there, grape.
but if you like put
Okay.
them in front of me, I'm not saying there's a logic. It just my mouth likes one, not the other.
That's cool.
You can't decide what you do and do not like taste wise.
Yeah, you can if you want to
All
be
right.
snooty about it.
Yeah, I know you can acquire a taste for things, but I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you stick your nose up while you're eating, you won't taste anything.
I stick my nose up at fruits already.
Yes.
All right, now it's time for Are You Aware and Do You Care? The segment where we ask if you are aware of what's going on in the world and if you care about what's going on in the world.
All right. Are you aware and do you care that today is May the 4th?
Yay!
Star Wars Day.
Yeah. Hmm.
You are aware. It seems very lukewarm, caring.
Yeah, do you care, Matt?
Not really. I'm more into sports than sci-fi, so not so much.
Matt, if you had to guess what I was more into, what would you guess?
If I had to guess, what?
If what would I was more into, sci-fi or sports? What would you guess?
Sci-fi.
Would you call me a nerd? What about you, Greg? What do you think I'd be more
Well,
into?
Since I know you have zero interest in sports, I'm gonna have to go with sci-fi on this one.
Yeah, but you don't even know how much I like sci-fi when you say it like that.
Well, I don't know what you mean. If I know you have zero interest in one thing, you're
Yeah.
carrying it to another thing.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I really like sci-fi, and I don't think you appreciate that.
Okay.
Well, you never talk about it. That's the
Yeah, you don't
surprise.
really bring it up
That's
that much.
fair. That's
You
fair.
talk about a rock and roll star who committed suicide, in the
Yeah,
90s
so
a lot,
animals.
but you never talk about sci-fi.
Wow, I don't talk about it that much.
You used to talk about it every week. You have improved.
What, after the intervention?
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, but
Don't
Star
give her a
Wars
big head.
What sci-fi do you like?
I like dystopia. That's something I'm into. The dystopian future.
Mm.
I also liked
Oh,
Ready Player
shit.
One. Believe it or not, I don't care what people say. I liked the book.
Oh.
You like
Cool.
the 80s nostalgia?
Yeah. How
Do you like
dare
Asimov?
Sorry?
Do you like Asimov?
I don't know that one.
Isaac Asimov.
Nope, not sure.
Hmm.
I probably have,
He's a pretty.
Yeah.
He's written a lot of sci-fi.
yeah, I probably have books, but I don't know what they are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Catherine is not aware of Isaac Asimov, but probably would care.
Yes. Not aware, probably care.
Moving on, are you aware? Do you care that Ruth Buzzy, known famously for her being in the Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In the 70s, has passed away?
Do we have to talk about deaths?
Yes.
It's
Part of the
dystopian.
news.
No comment. I'm done talking about death.
Fair enough. That's sad.
Well, got to skip this one.
No, don't skip Jill Sobule. It's a big deal.
Okay. So, are you aware and do you care that synthwave musician Starcadian
Oh, yeah, that one.
was killed in New York in an e-bike accident?
So, yeah, there was like this famous e-bike story, like, oh, somebody was killed, and then it turned out to be a famous synthwave musician. I didn't think that was the one you were skipping. That you could have skipped. Sorry.
Well, okay, sorry. Wow.
I didn't want
Definitely
to skip.
sorry,
I didn't want to skip
Starcadian.
Jill Sobule because, like, that seems disrespectful to her legacy. Although,
Okay.
I don't know, talking about the way she dies seems maybe disrespectful to her legacy. I don't know, man. What is the answer?
What is the answer? Well, we'll decide
Keep
when we
on
get
trucking.
to that story. Onward.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So much. I won't skip this one, but so are you aware and do you care that the movie Rust, which 3 years ago had the on-set incident where Alec Baldwin shot the
Mhm.
cinematographer, that movie
Yeah.
is released into theaters, and you can also rent it now, so it's streaming.
Wow.
So I don't know. It seems to have gotten mid reviews based on my opinion, but I haven't. It's not like raves like or anything, but
Yeah, I don't think
Mhm.
it's gonna get good reviews.
yeah, you can't really watch it without
Yeah.
putting that in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like whenever they fire a gun on the screen, I would duck.
Well, watching it, you'd be safe.
No.
Oh.
one special lucky viewer.
It's a new kind of
gets all
3D.
in their own.
It's bonus.
All right. Are you aware and do you care that a wild turkey has been evading cops for 2 weeks in Queens?
Wow, you mean
Now
the
it
turkey is on the
she-
lamb?
Yeah, man. But now the turkey's actually in Manhattan now.
Wow.
That's a
Is the
wily
turkey hiding in the middle of a chorus line?
I hope so.
turkey's on Broadway.
We could only
Star.
hope.
Like you're not Gypsy Rose Lee. All right, here we go. We got to it.
Wait a second. Wait. Why is the turkey on the run? Did it rob a bank, or did it escape a mill or something, or what?
This is a wild turkey, so I just think it's just doing its own thing. I don't think anybody. It was in Queens initially, and went from Queens to Manhattan.
Wow. That's got to be bizarre.
Maybe it's on the run because people are chasing it. Otherwise, it'd be minding its business.
Probably.
It's just in the forest in Long Island somewhere. Got chased into Queens. Got chased into Manhattan. Now it's a toast to Broadway.
Does the turkey have a name?
It's called Astoria, named after the
Wow.
neighborhood in Queens where they first noticed her.
Are you really like a turkey is outsmarting the police?
Smart turkey.
Dumb police.
Wow.
But better hope it doesn't learn about Thanksgiving.
No, don't tell it.
Excuse me. Are you aware and do you care that Jill Sobule, who had Sobule, so how do you pronounce it?
Sobule.
Sobule. Jill Sobule passed away in a house fire. She had a couple of hit songs in the 90s, including I Kissed a Girl.
That's why it's important to cover her, because she had the first openly gay song that was in the charts. So it's important to cover her death. That's why I wanted to talk about it. I don't want to talk about the way she died. I want to talk about the way she lived. She was also like very political on her Instagram, so I liked that.
Wow, how old was she?
66, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
See. Are you aware and do you care that a passenger on Southwest Airlines flight allegedly stripped naked and pooped in the seat during a flight?
I wasn't.
And
I'm glad I don't find these news stories.
Why?
Where did you see that story? Like, who publishes that?
Probably Florida News.
this was from the website is Click Orlando, but it was NBC5 Chicago that reported on it. So who knows?
Wow.
Actually,
So it's Orlando.
or Chicago,
Right.
who knows? Yeah. But
Is there can you give us any context?
Yeah, what made them do it?
so it was on a flight from Philadelphia to Chicago. So I love the opening line to this article. Ears weren't the only thing popping on a South Airlines flight on Saturday when one passenger allegedly stripped naked and defecated in her seat.
Why? What else was popping? I don't get it.
Yeah. The passenger reportedly took off her clothes before pooping on the seat, forcing the plane to be taken out of service to be cleaned.
What was there any?
It doesn't give any
is
more
the person
context.
just crazy?
Just police were called.
Oh.
And that's
Did
basically
the
how
did
they
the
found out
did the
about it.
person explain themselves at all? Is there any like?
When you gotta go,
logic
you
to
gotta
it?
go. Yeah. I'm going to
But
assume
why take your clothes off though?
that it's
I know
just
people
more
who
relaxing.
poop with their clothes off.
It's summer. It's hot in your hot in your apartment.
Hmm.
But yeah, no
Who would
other.
that be, Catherine?
You dummy.
Mm.
And that's it for Are You Aware and Do You Care?
Oh, man. All right. Now it's time for Are You Out of Your Fucking Mind? The segment where we ask the age-old question, are you out of your fucking mind? All right, what have we got this week?
Let's say you're a yoga studio and you have like a male locker room, but all of the actual lockers are before you go into the private area of the locker room. So it's just like you have to bring your stuff into the area of the locker room, which is basically like a bunch of sinks with other naked men to change. And it's awful. And you have to see a naked man. Are you out of your fucking mind?
You go to a locker room and you don't expect to see naked people. Are you out of your fucking mind?
No, it doesn't have to be. It could be
Fair,
designed better.
definitely
There,
fair.
other other gyms and yoga studios have it much better designed. So it's either totally private or there are at least like benches you could sit on and have like your own sort of space to change. Not just like a corral of sinks like an animals.
um, I don't know. I don't have any. Other than like you don't stop at a stop sign, are you out of your fucking mind? But that's the same one I bring up every week because it happens every week and it pisses me off every week.
Oh. Well, that's good if you have less crazy stuff to talk about.
Oh well, now that you say that, I do have some crazy shit to talk about. But it's the same shit. Like you're on a bus or a train and you're playing your music really loud. Are you out of your fucking mind? How about you, Matt? You got
I mean,
one?
there's rude. I don't know.
I got one. You're on a bus and somebody's trying to get past you, and instead of letting them past you, you decide to start moving so they trip over you. Are you out of your fucking mind? All right. That was
Yeah.
Are You Out of Your... Go on.
No, that was
Are You Out of Your Fucking Mind? And now it's time for... Uplifting Animal News with Matt Capazzi.
All right. Well, it's two cows had a birthday 2 days ago.
Woody and
So,
Colin.
yeah, happy birthday, Colin and Woody.
Yeah.
They're at the Woodstock Sanctuary.
Yeah, there's some good boys. They were babies and now they're big boys.
Hmm.
And feel free to send them birthday gifts. There are wish lists on Amazon.
what are cow gifts?
Alfalfa cubes. They love that.
Oh, a runaway dog named Valerie has been captured after a 529-day adventure, which transfixed Australia as she roamed an island teeming with kangaroos, possums, koala bears, and penguins.
Like,
So that's good.
what did they think of that cute little dog? Were they like, look at this little animal?
I don't know.
What are you, a wallaby?
Righty.
She looks like a tiny wallaby. Like a long wallaby.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That's it.
Yep.
All right, that was uplifting animal news. And now it's time for Tattletales, where we all talk some shit about our pets. What's Mitzi up to?
Well, she likes her rug, the rug, which, she conquered.
Aw,
Yeah. So, yeah, she's doing well.
what a good
How's
girl.
Tony?
Precious, small, sweet, loving, adorable, wet-faced, and a cat.
Throwing up.
Yeah, she's been throwing up lately.
That's good.
No, it's bad. Why are you laughing, Bull?
Matt says it's good.
Don't encourage that sort of behavior. No, my poor kitty. She throws up. We have to give her very, very little breakfast, and she still throws it up.
I think
it's
she
good.
eats too much at one time. I think that's the problem.
Yeah. She's an excited woman. Little great girl. Little small woman. Psst, psst, psst. In about 10 minutes, she'll be here, and you can see her. Because she's going to saunter.
Are you going to take her to the doctor?
About the throwing up?
Yeah.
We should. She was just there. Oh, here she comes. I don't know if she needs to go. She might. Look at her. Do you see this cat?
How often does she throw up?
In the mornings. How often, Bull?
Wow.
I maybe twice a week, maybe. I think that one day it was a hairball because I saw it when I had to clean it up.
Oh.
It was a hairball and food, so.
We also wonder if it's one specific food that's bothering her.
Oh.
Oh, you're talking about the the size of the food? Is that what you mean,
Yeah,
right?
because of her tooth that came out. We wonder if it's hard for her to eat it now.
Hmm.
Right, little Tony? Right, little Tony?
Is she eating okay without that tooth?
Yeah, she seems fine, other than the throwing up,
That's
which
good.
she's been doing. And the doctor in
Yeah.
the past has said that cats just throw up sometimes.
Oh.
They didn't have answers.
Mm-hmm.
They never have answers. I honestly think they just look at her and go yeah, it's a cat. And then give her back.
Hmm. That's a diagnosis.
Yeah.
We have diagnosed your cat with being a cat.
Yes, we hope this news finds you well.
Yeah.
There is a frisky feline. That'll be $500.
Exactly. Highway robbery, I say. All right. Now it's time for...
Ooh, that reminds me.
And the word to get started is frisky.
Frisky reminds me of a cat food commercial.
Cat food commercial reminds me of the Meow Mix song. Meow, 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 meow.
The Meow Mix song reminds me of commercials for a dog food called Snossages, where the dog says in plain English, "I can't read."
Those commercials remind me of Fancy Feast commercials and how I thought it was so fancy, but it's not.
Fancy Feast commercials remind me of wasn't they someone like Lauren Bacall or someone like that narrate them, or that kind of voice? Some sort of classy, elegant actress. Lauren Bacall.
Fancy reminds me of the silverware and dishware that you only take out for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Which reminds me of these Alice in Wonderland Fish's Eddy plates that I have that are like special plates that I have yet to use.
Special plates remind me of metal plates that set off metal detectors at airports.
Metal detectors at airports remind me of like the anxiety that I feel flying and how I have to take stuff to do it, and usually some of that's inedible. And the last time I flew, actually, they had us go. They had us like take a long line of people, like a horde of people, and go down some stairs to a different like security, which was so weird because like we had to be on the honor system, not cut people, and some people definitely cut.
Cut people reminds me of life in prison.
Life in prison reminds me of the show Oz.
Oz reminds me that I'm super into Wizard of Oz, which came from my grandfather and me. Which is weird because my grandmother was into it with her family as well.
The Wizard of Oz reminds me of movies going from black and white to color.
Going from black and white to color reminds me that my grandfather convinced me that, like, during the making of The Wizard of Oz, they discovered color, and that's why they had color in black and white.
Black and white reminds me of really good photographs.
Really good photographs reminds me that I was a photography major and I used to have a really nice camera, and now I don't.
Photography makes me think of how there's a photographer named Greg Gorman, who's different from me.
Your photographer makes me think of Maplethorpe, which makes me remember everybody in college wanting to be Maplethorpe.
College reminds me of cheap cigarettes.
Cheap cigarettes reminds me of, like, hanging out in the park with my friends, like smoking and drinking.
Smoking and drinking reminds me of being 17.
Being 17 reminds me of the things that I did when I was 17, and some of it was recording my friends and, like, making, like, artsy videos and weird stuff and, like, just being avant-garde.
Avant-garde reminds me of art.
And that reminds me. Yay. And now it's time for...
Is anyone avant-garde anymore?
What now? Three Musketeers.
where we bring you a
Three
completely
Musketeers.
random and couple's anonymous gripes and have you settle it. Remember, there's no right or wrong. Just, yeah, I think people are still avant-garde. I don't know. I don't know if people are Dada anymore, but I think they are. What were you saying, Bull?
Yeah,
Bull said that the Three Musketeers were avant-garde.
on guard, on guard. Just making a joke.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
All right. Bull, do you have the bag?
Like I told you last time, for shit's sake, it's not a bag, it's an email. And no.
All right. Greg, do you have the bag?
No.
Wow. What about you, Matt? Do you have the bag?
Wow, this is like getting pulled over when you're 17.
Yeah.
Sure, I could make something up. So you're about to parachute out of the side of an airplane. Do you check the contents of your backpack, or do you trust that everything is in order?
No, you check it somehow. Although I don't know how to check it, and I would be scared of ruining it. So I don't think I would be on that airplane. Is my answer.
Hmm. How about you, Greg?
I'm sorry. Can you? What was the question?
If you're jumping out of this, if you're parachuting, would you check to make sure that everything is in your backpack so that your parachute works properly,
I
or
would not
do
be
you trust
parachuting.
everything?
I can't imagine anybody offering me something that actually exists that would get me to do that. So I suppose, though, I would trust the skydiving professionals.
Hmm.
I would assume if I were to check that I would, for some reason, I would screw something up.
Ah,
Be like if I look in
I'm
the
seeing a
back,
trend.
you know,
Yeah.
like, oh, I guess it looks good to me. And be
Yeah,
like, jump and like, oh no, Greg, you undid the whatever strap.
right. Mm-hmm.
But I was just checking.
Ah,
Yeah, so we basically said the same thing, except I didn't have a backup answer for like I would trust the professionals, because I wouldn't trust the professionals. I wouldn't trust myself. I wouldn't trust anyone. I just wouldn't do it. And what about you, Bull?
that's a leap. That's a leap
Well,
of faith.
actually, I mean, if you parachute all the time, I think you pack your own. So,
Hmm.
and then if you're going into for like a class or something, you're gonna, I guess, trust them, right?
No.
Because they're I mean, I'm sure they're pre-packed and ready for customers, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who really trusts anybody?
I mean,
Some guy named Kyle who gets high and teaches diving? Like, no. I don't trust Kyle.
skydiving, yeah. And what if you pull the wrong pin? When you're up there, or freak out.
Which I totally
Mhm.
would.
Well, don't we trust airplane pilots?
No.
You know, don't we put our lives in their hands?
All the time, but I don't trust them.
Hmm.
I'm terrified of flying.
No.
Terrified of
trust-
everything.
Yeah, but I trust. I don't. I trust it's more the sensation of falling scares me. So it isn't like I'm afraid of death. I know it's perfectly safe. It's just more that sensation scares me.
So wait, why don't
And
you
there's
like
been-
flying?
Because the sensation, the turbulence when the plane gets bouncy, shaky, I don't like it. It's the same as like I know roller coasters are perfectly safe, but they scare me. I hate the
Mhm.
sensation, so I don't go on them.
Oh, I
Actually,
love the
someone-
sensation.
Did you see in the news where someone got decapitated at some Disney ride in Florida?
Recently?
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
I think I read that this morning, but I don't know if it's real news.
Wow.
It was that Magic, or is there a Magic Mountain there? Where's Magic Mountain?
Yeah, that's in the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
Space Mountain. Space Mountain.
I think
Space Mountain,
Magic
yeah,
Mountain's a different park.
yeah, it is a different park.
Yeah.
Space Mountain is in the Magic Kingdom.
Apparently, someone got decapitated, but it wasn't in the news. So
Wow.
I assume stuff like that's like they're acting like an idiot, though.
yeah,
Like, someone's
jumping
like,
up.
I'm gonna stand up or whatever.
Yeah.
Wait, a victim blame?
Well, it's not, if you're doing the wrong, breaking the
Victim blame.
rules, and you get hurt, that's not victim.
Yeah.
I guess. All right, so that was settled as petty shit.
We settled it. No skydiving.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. And we've been working on something all week. Does anybody want to talk about what it is? Or do we
Well,
just
it's
wanna-
improvisation. So we're gonna make it up on the spot.
All right, let's just go.
Yeah. Wow, cousin Arthur, I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Oh boy, how have you been?
Great. How about you?
Pretty good. I've got my best friend with me.
Hey.
Oh, wow. So are you guys excited to go on this roller coaster?
You betcha.
Yeah, I can't wait to stand up at the top of the ride.
No,
That's so awesome.
Edward, no.
But I love standing on roller coasters.
Edward, I've told you, you can't.
Okay, I promise.
Cut to the coaster.
Yeah. Wow, this ride is really scary.
Well, Edward, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing. I'm just standing up.
Yeah. Go, Edward. Go, Edward.
No, don't cheer
my-
him on.
Oh my God, what happened to Edward's head?
He lost his head.
Oh no.
I'll say. Oh my gosh, that's disgusting.
Well, it's his own
but-
fault.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done this. Now I'll be headless my whole life.
He's still talking, even though he's decapitated.
Well, still, that doesn't make it okay.
Oh, look, my head's over there.
Can we just get a shot of Gray Guy's head so that it makes sense that he's talking? Oh, Gray Guy, are you still able to talk?
If I move my arm like this, then yes.
Oh, wow. Gray Guy, did you learn anything today?
Nope, let's go again.
No.
Yeah, let's go. And scene.
So we worked on that all week. We hope you like
Yeah.
it.
It's tough to do a decapitated puppet.
Yeah.
You'd think I was unskilled, but that was a lot of practice went into that.
Especially since you've been working with your left hand for so long.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Excellent work.
Thank you.
Woo. Now
I
it's
start
time.
with the Muppets next week.
You what?
I start with the Muppets next week.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
We might
you'll-
lose you.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a sec.
What?
Just in. Man decapitated on Space Mountain while standing on the ride. A man was decapitated on Space Mountain. According to officials reported, the man's head was cut off clean when passing under the track at high speed.
When?
April 28th.
Wow.
Old news, but
That's
yikes.
crazy.
Oh man, it's graphic.
All right. Well, thank you for that. This is a comedy show. I'm just kidding. All right. Now it's time for.
On this day in history, nothing was solved.
With Matt Capazzi.
All right. Oh boy. So, okay. On this day, let me see. Okay, on this day in 1886, violence between police and labor protesters erupted in the Haymark riot in Chicago, dramatizing the labor movement's struggle for recognition in the United States. And nothing was solved.
Yay, we live in a dystopia.
Yay.
All right, you guys have been amazing. This show has been fun. Thank you for watching, those of you who are. Thank you, Bull. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Tucker. Thank you, everybody. All right.
Do we want to give them an address to send their petty stuff emails
Oh yeah, totally. Musical bookings at tkds.google. I don't know if that's right.
Google.
What is it?
TKDS at gmail.com.
tkdsmusicalbookings@gmail.com.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yep.
Yeah, tkdsmusicalbookings@gmail.com. Bye-bye.